kind of like this little 4.5 kilo butane bottle. Yeah. So, poor man's surface table. I've got a bit of tempered glass from a cabinet, because my table's like a wet noodle. So, that's a piece of stove glass left over from my last little heater build. Very British thing. We'll just do a tryout thing. I think it's a British thing. Yeah, good old gaffer tape. There we go. For your viewing experience, that will be how the opening looks on the inside. If I can hold it down still. So it's lower at the back where the glass will be, and a bit narrower, so hopefully it doesn't catch the flames. My bad, that's actually the way round it goes. So that's the outside there. My arm's in the way. That's the outside. Okay, bit more gaffer tape. This will be the outer side of the window, and that will be the inside, set within, like between the two skins. I forgot to chamfer the inside of the like plates to make up the box. So the box was about 1.5 mm oversized all round. So and I noticed this morning, oops, I've got 8 subscribers on my channel, so thank you very much. 8 subscribers, definitely a, you know, pretty exclusive club. But yeah, anyway, the fact that there's people even watching this is quite a tickle actually. It feels good. Not better to TIG round that up, but I'm lazy and I can't be asked to dig out my TIG set, so that does for that bit. That's the welding done. I'll show you the welding in a minute. I've just gone and sort of put this together so as I can drill the hole for the intake now. I want to come down at a bit of an angle. So I've got a nice long drill bit I'm going to drill through so as I can locate both holes and then separate them and then get the hole saw out. Well, I don't quite know what happened there, but my hole saw crapped out on me on the last sort of half a cut. So I have been at it with a grinder and a little drill and basically anything I can get my bloody hands on to get this out. Now I just got to hope, because this is obviously going to go in there. No, I didn't know. See that? No, that's where you need hole saws. Yeah! Bollocks. Yes, I'm going to have to sit here with a little die grinder and clean all that out and get it to size. Oh god, what a pain in my arse. It must be some sort of sign. I was there grinding away and I set it light to some of the oil I was using for coolant. So clearly this thing wants to be an oil burner, obviously. Pop it up on here. So that's the sort of the internal part of the combustion chamber. Wired the top back on. I've wired it all around the inside because I thought I can't have distortion, like weld bead on the outside, because I've got to put gasket and that on it to seal it. So what I'll do first is just going to weld these 8 nuts around this flange, and then I can dress the flange down flat. I won't film all the welding because in days it's only welding. So yeah. Alright, God, this thing's heavy. And there you go. Welded along the top, I've got to be cleaned off. Don't really mind too much because the tank was galv plated, so spat at me a little bit. Got the intake all welded, got everything else welded up. Just going to let this cool down. Alrighty, we're back at it again. I left it yesterday, so that's all flushed off now. Good enough to take a gasket, but I think I want to make this little windowy door bit first. So I'll cut this and then get on with that next. So yeah, let's make some sparks. Didn't take too long, did it? Well, probably didn't for you guys. It's an absolute bloody pretzel at the minute. But this is what I've come up with. So I'll tack these two that I've got in the correct position up, and you can see the damn thing, and then I'll show you it. Come on, you bugger. So, just there's a switch. Turn that off for a second. Yeah, basically the idea I've come up with. No, I'm not using a punching hammer to knock off a bit of slag. The idea I've come up with is I've got it stuck. How am I going to get that out? Maybe I should have taken it out of the vice grip card. There we go. So, proper pretzel that is. my angles are terrible. Never mind. Add it up, grind it up, no one will know the difference. I filmed for a minute me beating the crap out of this. It so does not go smoothly whenever you think you've done it, you haven't done it, and you're just like, well, you know, the welding gods do not love me on this day. So yeah. I think it's going to make it even more stuck than what it was a second ago. Take this down a little bit in size. Oh, actually, that's already a better fit. Right, size quickly and yeah, so we're pretty much here. What it needs is this leg on this side. It needs to be shortened there. You can actually see that. Yeah, just while I'm chatting myself. Yeah, so I've just got to shorten that leg there, and it should be the size, and I can weld it up and dress it and sort of make it look like there's some train of thought involved. Oh dear. And who doesn't love a bit of stick? But just because you love it, don't mean you're any good at it. So let's clean these off, and still bird shit's under here. It's been a long time since I've done any stick welding, so please be like gentle. To be fair, need a glove because that's hot. To be fair, it ain't too bad, I suppose. Bit of bird shit. Ah, they ain't exactly pretty. So I'll brush them up quick. So, oh no. It looks like my welder's got a cold. Same as me. Well, I suppose they'll do, you know. I'm only welding bits scrap together to make a heater. It's not like it's something special. I'll fit up on this now. And by the time you put like the glass in and some probably 9mm rope, it will sit. It will probably have about 5 to 6mm overlap on that front face. I've been filming this, even though I've not filmed a huge amount of it. I've been trying to film, oh god, it's heavy, a little bit at every stage. This has taken a lot longer than what it normally would. So yeah. God, only time anyone ever calls me is if I'm welding or filming, so yeah. I'm just going to set the stove glass into the frame with this White Hawk cement stuff. Yeah, that'll do. I can clean that up tomorrow, hopefully. Good stuff this is. I have done the front of the door chamber. The rope's in there and it's been pressed into place for the last hour or two. I believe it will finish sort of setting up when I fire this up for the first time. I welded this in the dark last night. It came out crap. Flared a piece of pipe to give a nice fitting. Welded that in, and then this will, well, can just slide over the top nice and tight. I'll probably put a bit of like silicone-y stuff in there. This is a 50-watt fan off of an old boiler, and this is a dimmer switch for like your house lights, which can handle a surprisingly high load, if I can get it into focus, of 500 watts, which is mental. It's a bit of a bodge. I'm just working out where I want my drip feed. I might box all this in down the bottom, I'm not sure yet. My little workshop buddy checking in. In you, Clo-Clo. Clover. Hey, what are you doing out here? Why do you always have to come in when I'm doing stuff in the workshop? Hey? There's no mice in there. There's nothing in here for you to chase, mate. It's like, I want to play with your toys. Hello, Clover. Oh, he said hello. Now he's going to sort off outside. New toy. It's a 2-ton pallet handler stacker thing. This is going to be incorporated into my tracked sort of bulldozer forklift vehicle, which I've changed back over to my little potentiometer on this as well. See, I do like having the window, but once that thing gets really hot, you can't see anything. Yeah, and literally just lives on my side. You know, it's great. Unless of course I've got to use a tool that's sat here. I try and plan ahead if I'm doing that. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There's like a wee noise in the background, and it's caused by the potentiometer. I used to do it when I used it as a dimmer on one of my snake egg incubators and my reptile incubators. I used to use it to run my 12 volt like PC fans with circulating air in the incubators, and it always hummed. So it must be something with that switch. But yeah, anyway. So when I last left the video as I was doing this, it's been a few days since I've done anything out here. I had done this for my dripper, which is the same as I did on my little mini heater. I don't know, I just didn't like it. So what I've done is I've made a new one. I haven't soldered this together yet, so I can get this fully in shot. It's about as in shot as I'm going to get it. It's the same principle as this one. Same principle, pretty much same components, but at one point I was having a back pressure issue, and then I thought to myself, oh, if I can create a Venturi effect, then it will help to suck the oil down the line. What I've managed to do so far, the big blower that I had from a boiler, it was too big, it was too powerful. Even when you took it right down, it was still moving too much air. So I picked one of these up from home base. I still had a back pressure issue, so I have basically turned this into a Venturi. It will blow the air down, and also the movement of the air will suck more air in whilst pulling fuel in. The blower is a mains powered, it's not running off of 12 volt like my little stove in the background. So yeah, it's not running 12 volt this time, I'm running it on mains. Speed control, I've literally added a light switch dimmer. Typical, what I use is a gate valve with a little notch cut out of it. I've got some 15 to 22mm adapters. I have ground out a small section of this 22mm pipe. I've put a bit of 8mm pipe inside so that I can create a nice clear drip that I can see. And then we go 22 to 15 again, a 15mm flexi, and it closes down from a 15 to 8mm to create somewhat of a small nozzle. So I'm going to resort to soldering this up myself because it just doesn't seem to want to work. It might just be where these fittings are really old. Actually, it's probably with this one, it's probably where I ground it down. with the angle grinder and pre-melted and burnt out any flux. Thinking about it, that is actually very likely what's happened. So what I'm going to do is give it a lick with a flame. And that's that. Put some flux into the hole, mainly because I've got to create a few joins in one place on this. So this is dropping through and then in, just pinch that up a tiny bit, and then I need to include that. Come on. There we go. Whoops. Had too much solder there. And there it is. We're basically ready for a test burn actually. All I've got to do is make a temporary fuel tank to go up there. And for that I was thinking temporary fuel tank. In the comments, if anyone knows what this is at the bottom of this flask, let me know. There's like a little buttony thing down in there. I'll pull that out in a minute and have a look. I'm still none the wiser to what that button thing is down there, but these are triple layer like bottoms, so I open a mechanical and beef this is. So yeah, let's carry on ripping this apart. Got it out. Still don't know what the hell it's meant to do. Anyway, so where is it? Here we have a fuel tank to run a test burn on this. So hopefully that's tight enough, because I can't actually go any tighter. Yeah. Got fuel drip. And we'll close that up so that it's actually shut, ready for more. And then fan speed control. That's about it. Tomorrow I'll fire this up. I think that's all in there. Just have a look. Time for the door. And there we go. Let's plug in the blower and give it a little bit of air. I can get everything plugged in. Oh yeah. Turn it on. So all I've got for the moment, because this is the idea it's supposed to be mobile, is I've literally got a bit of old exhaust welded and going out the window. Been running for literally 2-3 minutes. I just started the drip, turned the fan up a little bit. We are cooking with fire. So, I should have done this outside really, I think. I definitely should have run this up for the first time outside. And I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It's baking off my paint. Nah, we better speed it back up. So, it's definitely not a win. Yeah, definitely an overfueling issue. I'll let that run out of fuel for now. At one point it was starting to bout flames out the vent, so my new rendering just got sooted. Bit of a little bit of a fail there, but I'm probably going to edit this and post it anyway, and I'll tweak the fuel and that and work out. I think it needs very, very little fuel. I also wonder if my gasket, whether I tightened it up or not. Don't think I did, so that could be another reason why. Yeah, I had a bit of a look. Fucking hell. I hadn't tightened up the bottom of the burner between the upper and lower chambers, so that was why it got real bad when it got hot. So before I try this again, I'm going to let my shed clear, because it's I didn't get it on film because I had to get out. I think what happened was I set the stove enamel light that I had painted the this part with in the fins, because there's nothing left of it. I think I exceeded 600 degrees by the time I got out of the shed. So yeah, I've had a few hours to cool down. I can touch it again. What you're looking at down here is what's left of the gasket, so it got so hot it just turned the gasket to carbon. Approximately 5 minutes after ignition, and the temperatures are still 150. Good thing is, you can't actually see as such, but it's burning clean. It stayed sealed. Well, last time we got about 20 minutes into it, so we'll be back in a moment. Got 148 on the top, and if I take it down, it's 270 down below. So yeah, and it's burning nice and clean. I mean, I'm pleased with that. Yeah. It ran for, including earlier on, I probably had an hour run time so far, and it's used about half a litre of oil, so it's pretty economical as well. Wow, it's good on oil. It's kind of scary, this thing, when it's like proper running up. The stove glass actually stays clean on this one, which is a bonus. The exhaust is getting a bit hot though with it at full throttle. Better back that down. One final temperature check. What was that? Oh, okay, yeah. So that is getting very, very hot. That was tipping almost 500 degrees C. So yeah, that's hot. I'm absolutely sweltering. Okay, I'm just playing now. Okay, that's too much fun, I better pack that in. Oh dear, I've gone deaf. Alright, I confess, I'm still playing. I think until the vapours are out of the chamber and that, it's going to have a very, very hot exhaust. Highest temperature, I got 800 degrees.